With that in mind, I'm about to now hand over to our first speaker, Nicci from the Mornington Peninsula Shire, for her to talk a little bit more about how Upgrade Finance has been working for the Mornington Peninsula Shire, what her role is. Nicci's the Climate Change Partnerships Officer. Is that correct, Nicci?
Yep, that's right.
Yep, and she's been involved in working with local governments, NGOs, state governments, and various other organisations on community partnership engagement and other programs in this sector for close to 20 years, with a strong emphasis on renewable energy and energy efficiency, advocacy, and education. I might hand it over to you now, Nicci, so you can get us started.
Okay, great. Thanks, Ed. Yeah, the Mornington Peninsula Shire first partnered with Sustainable Australia Fund, or Sustainable Melbourne Fund as it was back then, in late 2016. So the Shire recognised that one of the main barriers for businesses to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions was cost. So Environmental Upgrade Finance, or EUF, provides that additional upfront support for businesses that they require to undertake those really substantial energy, water and waste upgrades. So both reducing emissions, but also benefiting in terms of cash flow. So today, EUF continues to be a really important program for us to drive down our emissions across our municipality as we work towards reaching zero net emissions by 2040. Thanks, Ed. If you want to go on to the next one. So since 2017, we've had 16 individual environmental upgrade agreements, or EUAs, established between local businesses to access EUF. It's resulted in the installation of 1,123 kilowatts of solar, a 13.5 kilowatt battery, and a wide range of energy efficiency upgrades, totalling over $2 million worth of investment. It's reduced 1,695 tonnes of CO2 equivalent emissions annually and over 42,000 tonnes over the life of the project. It's also resulted in $279,000 worth of business savings annually and will result in an estimated $6.8 million over the life of the project. So it's a win environmentally, but also a win economically. The Mornington Peninsula businesses with EUF are wide-ranging and include wineries and distilleries, and we'll hear more from Holly later. Also includes hospitality and entertainment, retail, primary production and light industry. And you may well ask, why is the Shire involved in the program? Ed gave a bit of an overview of that before, but essentially, the Shire's involvement in the process allows the loan to be highly secure, which then allows the lender to provide better terms and conditions for the businesses themselves. Next one, thanks, Ed. Thank you. The advantage of this type of loan is the relatively low interest rate, but really importantly, the longer payback period. So up to 20 years rather than your more typical 3 to 5 year business loan, allowing for increased cash flow over that period. Scott from SAF will talk a bit more about the benefits and how it works later on, but I thought a local example showing a business case for EUF could be quite useful. Peter Horton, the owner of Rye Hotel, he utilised EUF to install an 88 kilowatt array of solar that covered both the hotel and the accommodation complex. And he was the first business on the peninsula to take advantage of EUF. So as you can see from the case study, the cost savings in electricity are far greater than the loan repayments themselves, resulting in an estimated 17% return on investment over the 10-year life of that loan. So it's not a standalone case. There's several other case studies that have been developed showing a similar return on investment for local businesses using EUF. And you can see more of that on our website. Next one, thanks, Ed. As well as EUF, the Shire also offers a number of other programs to assist businesses. For instance, our economic development team run a series of training workshops and webinars on topics that include marketing, financial planning, and gaining access to grants. The next workshop on the 24th of May will focus on our Best Bites program, which recognises and promotes environmental best practice, food safety, and accessibility in food businesses. So you can find out more from that link there on the slide. Next one, thanks, Ed. The Shire also offers mentoring sessions where you get the opportunity for a free 45-minute one-on-one session with a small business mentor. So mentors can be selected based on your needs and your interests, be that financial planning or greening your business. So you can find out more from our economic development team about those. Next one, thanks, Ed. Thank you. The Mornington Peninsula Funding Finder, or Grant Guru, lists a wide range of grants and funding opportunities that are available to local businesses and also others within the community. So that's worth checking out if you're local. Next one, thanks, Ed. Great. So until the end of June, businesses in the southeast of Melbourne can access advice on energy grants and rebates from the Small Business Energy Engagement Officers at SECA, or the South East Council's Climate Change Alliance. So for instance, advice regarding the Solar for Business program, the Victorian Energy Upgrades, Energy Compare, and the Federal Government Business Energy Advice program. David from SV will talk more about those state government rebates and other programs later on. Next one, thanks, Ed. So yeah, if you've got any further questions about our experiences with EUF on the peninsula, feel free to get in contact. Some of your councils may not currently offer EUF, so our teams involved in the program are happy to talk to the councils who might be interested in sort of establishing this form of finance. And every council does offer a range of different programs for local businesses. So I'd encourage you to get in contact with your local council and see what sorts of programs they might be able to offer you and your business. Thanks for that. Back to you, Ed.
Thanks, Nicci. That was great. Excellent. It's really important to understand the support that councils can provide local businesses. Sometimes businesses don't really recognise that or have a good understanding on what's out there. So making that available, integrating whatever the council's currently offering with your upgrade finance program is essential and has to be part of that process. So great to hear from Nicci about what Mornington Peninsula is doing as one of the more progressive councils in Victoria.